I mean, what the is this? The 2021 Range Rover Evoque. Now let's talk Evoque. And this Evoque was launched in India in the year 2020 and it was in the market till 2021. And the price started from around 68 lakhs and it only came in two variants, that was your SER Dynamic Petrol and SER Dynamic Diesel. And now you can get this car for around 55 lakhs. Now let's talk design, and as you can see they haven't played that much with the design and it looks very similar to the previous outgoing model of the Evoque, but let me assure you everything has been changed and modernized except the door hinges, and let me show you how. It's got sleeker headlamps and got sleeker tail lamps and pop-out door handles. Before I dive any more further into the video, I have borrowed this range from Revit Autosports. They've got an amazing collection of cars both in Delhi and Gurgaon. All the links are in the description below. Go check them out. Sleeker tail lamps and the headlamps have added to the character of car, but let me show you what this R-Dynamic has done to the car. As you can see, there's this golden trim on the side of the car which continues to the bonnet, which again continues to the front bumper and the rear bumper. Also, you've got this dual paint job which gives the car a more expensive look, and have given these upgraded alloy wheels which are 18 inches and makes the car look better. And the R-Dynamic trims continues in the interior as well. So you've got paddle shifters for sporty experience, you've got Meridian sound speakers for better sound experience. It's got a bigger screen with a faster processor, and it's got a huge glass roof. Which brings me on to the interior of this Evoque, and the first impression that I get by sitting inside is how simple it is. They've not done much over here. It's just a very simple and a clean design. You've got good materials on the dash, you've got dual stitching right here, you've got soft leather, you've got these lovely chrome accents around the screen, the AC vents and in the center. The only part that I don't like is this plasticky bit. I don't like the sound of it, and also this scratchy plastic on the door bins. But other than that, this is a fantastic place to spend some time, and also it is feature loaded. Let me show you. It's got a 10-inch screen and you can adjust the angle as per your convenience. And it's also got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You've got clear side rear view mirror for an amazing visibility. Also for improved visibility, it's got a high definition reverse camera with a washer. An amazing visibility. Also, it's got intelligent light system with pulsating side view indicators. Also, the driving position can be adjusted as per your convenience because it's got a 10-way adjustable seating adjustment. Also, it's got 3 memory seats so that you can get to that desirable driving position every single time. As well as on the passenger side. Also, it's got a fully digital driver's gauge cluster. This car is equipped with a fully automatic cruise control with lane assist, collision warning and also a speed limiter for roads which have speed limits. Also, she's fitted with the headlight washers. Now moving on with the review, and as you can see the screens are divided into a split way, so you have 2 screens and this screen is fixed, though the angle of this screen, as I've shown you before, can be changed as per your convenience. But coming down to the below screen, and as you can see there are only 3-4 options in which the screen can be configured. As you can see, there's your settings, your vehicle display for your different modes, the driving modes that you want, and it has plenty because being a Range Rover it's a good off-roader, and is your climate control. I like to keep the screen in the climate control because I need a separate screen for climate control because I cannot every time go and hinder in the main screen to get the climate controls right. And as you can see, there are dials which are multi-purpose. As soon as you push on this fan button, you can change the fan speed with this dial, and as soon as you push the button again, it again becomes a temperature knob. And below are your AC switches and your traction control and hill descent mode. And there's nothing much to cover about. In the main screen over here is your volume knob, which can be used to control the volume of the car. Now moving on to the main screen, and as you can see, both the screen have good display. The graphics are crisp and the screen is responsive. The brightness is just right so that you can see things. Though it is not the best in the class, and by far means it's not the worst, it's somewhere in the middle. And the map is okay. As you can see, it's not that much laggy. But at the end of the day, everyone will use Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in their car, so these maps are pretty much useless. Moving on to the driver's display, and as you can see, it is completely digital. The graphics are crisp and nice. Also, the brightness is just about right. The screen is highly configurable and you can set it up as per your convenience. But at the end of the day, I feel that the driver's display of an Audi Q3 is a little better and you should check it out. Now moving on to the most annoying features of this car. Though the screen adds to the modernization of the car and improves the tech, but at the end of the day, it captures your fingerprints and this massive glare on the black screen, which makes it hard to use while you're driving and it's distracting. The geniuses of that Land Rover had come up with this brilliant idea of how to access your cup holders. It's through this. I mean, what the is this? A simple slider or a push button could have done the job. And where am I supposed to keep this? According to the diagram, I have to keep this in the dashboard, but I'm not going to do that every single time. It is bloody annoying. Back in the day when this car was launched, it was priced at 67 lakhs and they still couldn't fit an electronic motor in your steering wheel so that you can adjust it. Come on. But one thing about this car, it's got amazing practicality. Door bins are pretty big enough and you can fit 2 to 3 bottles over. The cup holders are nice and deep so your drink won't spill while you drive. Also, you have some storage under here, this rubbery thing, so you can keep your phone and forget about it. Also, you've got a center armrest space which is quite deep enough, and you have 2 USB ports, a micro SIM card and your 12-volt socket. You've got some good storage space in the rear doors as well to fit some bottles. You have 4 USB ports at the back, 1 at each of the seats and 2 down below, and a 12-volt socket, so charging your devices won't be a problem in this car. That brings me on to the rear seat of the Evoque, and as you can see, I have ample amount of space over here and over here, which was not a strong point in the previous Evoque. And how have they achieved it? By not hampering with the length of the car, is they've increased the distance between the front wheel and the rear wheel, which gives you this extra knee space. Which brings me on to the overall seating experience. You sit nice, the windows are a little small, this part over here interferes with your view, but the whole big massive glass roof makes the car much more spacious and you won't feel claustrophobic. And also you can access your boot, which brings me on to the boot, and the boot space in this car is 472 liters. And as you can see, the opening to the boot is quite big, so fitting in stuff is very easier for you. Also, the load lift is quite flat, so taking out and putting in stuff is again easy. The only issue with the boot is they don't have any fixed place to put this. I don't know where I can put this. You can't keep it over here because it's gonna break if you keep stuff. So this is gonna interfere with your boot space every single time. Now moving on to the inside of the boot, and as you can see over here, you got your hooks over here. You again got a 12-volt socket over here and some more hooks on the other side. Also a net which can be raised or lower as per your convenience. And at the end of the day, it's a pretty standard, decent boot and there's nothing much.
Now let's talk power. As I told you guys, this car only comes with 2 variants, the petrol and diesel, both of which having a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine which is turbocharged, paired up with a 9-speed gearbox. The diesel producing 201 bhp and 430 Nm of torque, and the petrol creating 247 bhp and 365 Nm. Driving the Range Rover Evoque, and the first impression you get while driving the Range is that the ride height and the visibility is absolutely amazing. The side mirrors are big, the windows are big, and there's a lot of light in the room. The only complaint about the visibility I have is the rear window, as this rear view mirror is pretty useless, or it's not, because with one flick turns into a camera, but might be a little distracting while driving. Now coming on to the overall comfort, the suspension is soft, the gearbox is a little laggy, the steering wheel is nice and heavy, the whole layout just feels expensive expensive. Things that will bother you are these chrome accents around the AC and on the screen, which do reflect a lot of light, but overall speaking, I think it's a pretty comfy cabin to spend some time. The road noise is minimal and the insulation is good. So I've been driving this car for some time, and I can assure you that this gearbox wasn't meant for efficiency. The gear shifts are delayed, the gearbox has a little lag, and being a Range, you don't have to worry about any speed breaker bumps because it has immense ground clearance and passes every bump with ease. And now that we have some twisty and curvy roads, it handles well, though there is a little bit of body roll, of course, an SUV. Now enough talk, and now it's time to do the thing where I can floor it, and let's see how this baby Range performs for a 0 to 100. I'm actually impressed by this compact SUV. It's really stable at high speeds, and I wasn't expecting that. Good job, Range Rover. So what's my final verdict about the Range Rover Evoque? Of course, being a Range, it's got amazing off-roading capabilities and it does look good, but it comes with a price. So if you're someone who's willing to spend that much of money on a compact SUV, you should definitely keep her in your checklist. But you've got other options in the market, as the market is big. And that's pretty much it about this video. Give us a like and subscribe to our channel. See you guys next time.